everyone. My name's Caitlin. I'm a holistic nutrition consultant and the author of a blog called Grass Fed Girl. Today, we are with Eliza Taylor. She's from the Wholesome Foodie on Instagram, and she is a mother of 4. So she is doing the carnivore diet. She just finished her first 30 days, and she has a lot of health issues that she's trying to heal from. And we're just going to get a newbie carnivore's perspective today. It's going to be really interesting. And she's going to talk about her results and how she's feeling and, how to do it when you're busy and you have lots of kids. So welcome, Eliza. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're friends on Instagram for a couple of years, 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
And she does a lot of really cute kid videos with wholesome snacks and stuff, and really cute, like Halloween and Christmas themed.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's like my little hobby.
Yeah, make sure to follow her. She has a lot of viral videos with her little cute creations.
I know. I was surprised last year how crazy it went. It was cool.
She also went to nutrition school like I did many years ago, and that shaped her point of view. So tell us a little bit about your journey with your health and your health conditions and being a mom and all that. And with carnivore and your first, and then we go into your first 30 days of carnivore and all that.
Yeah. So when I was 12, I first started developing my pain. I was in and out of doctors, going out throughout high school, in and out of the doctors, no answers. And right around the time I was 19, I became vegan, and that just made everything worse. But I just had it in my head that vegan was going to be the thing that helped me, and it definitely did not. So in 2011, I went to a school in Toronto. I went to the Canadian School of Natural Nutrition, and I started eating meat again, and I started feeling better. I eventually went on to get my lupus diagnosis, but I didn't want to take any of the medication. So I just have always tried to manage it with my diet. But many things, I was still consuming a lot of things that weren't good for me and my healing. So it's been a long time coming, but I decided to do carnivore. I started 42 days ago. I've never felt better. My digestion is great. I have no pain, and I can really see a lot of improvement. So it's been amazing. I'm just so happy.
So that's so great. I'm so glad to hear that you were open-minded enough to try it. So what did you try like in between? When did you decide vegan wasn't working? And then what did you try like since in between starting before?
Right. So at first I just tried paleo, which definitely helped, but I would still be having flares every so often. And then, just strict keto, and then I've had 4 kids in between all this. So, and during pregnancy, I didn't always do what I should be doing. So I've tried basically everything. So
you've done keto and low carb.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now, so any of those things, they all helped a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to mentally get there to start carnivore, and I'm just so glad I did. I really am, because I was just psyching myself out of it, really.
Oh yeah. It's really hard to wrap your brain around it. It's like consider it. It took me like 3 or 4 months to actually start, When did your pain, where did that pain like originate or?
So it just in my joints, really, just deep pain. It was always so hard to explain to doctors, and then, the tests they would run were always inconclusive for so many years. But yeah, just joint pain, really, and hair loss, fatigue, digestive issues, all that.
And did you have thyroid problems too, or?
Yes. Yeah. Hypothyroid. Mm-hmm.
That's where my pain started. It's in my right elbow. It's like I'd done a million push-ups, but like I didn't,
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally been there.
And even now, if I eat something like totally crazy or something, I'll feel it right there in that same spot.
Yep. It's
It's
great. Inflammation is crazy.
and people just don't get it. Like unless you've had it, and it's like you're healthy one day and then you're not, and it's
Yep.
like what?
Yeah. It's hard to get other people to understand
But
that
did you
that
have
don't know.
digestive issues too, or?
Yes, that was my main motivator to start carnivore because I would just be in so much pain. I'd have to lay down. I would miss work, and I can't live like this anymore. I'd rather give up some of the foods that I love and feel better.
So like kind of like my sister, when she eats a lot of vegetables, she gets like stabbing kind of pains in her guts,
Yep.
especially raw vegetables.
Yes, raw vegetables were a huge trigger for me. Even cooked vegetables, onions, garlic, um, raw fruit was a big trigger. So,
So tell
yeah.
us like your typical day of eating.
Okay. So I get up and I used to skip breakfast. Do not skip breakfast anymore because I wake up hungry. So I just keep it simple. I do scrambled eggs and I make a lot. I make like a dozen for me and the kids, and sometimes bacon. So I have like a smaller breakfast. And then for lunch, hold on, Isla. And then for lunch, I have like that's my biggest meal a day is lunch because that's when I'm the most hungry. So I have like either a big steak or four burger patties. And then for dinner, I just have something lighter, like a little chicken. But my bulk of eating is at lunchtime, and that's just what works for me.
That's exactly the same as me. Like even if I eat a few eggs or something earlier, like the meal, like right now, I could eat my big meal.
Hmm.
And then, but then at dinner, I just eat what the family eats. Like if they have
Right.
some dish or chicken or something else, like I
Yeah.
might then I eat with it, whatever they have maybe. But the big meal
Yeah.
is always like the midday or 10, like between 10 and 12 or something like that.
Yep. Same. That's just what works. And
And
it's easier to cook at lunchtime. I have the time, so
yeah, and
that's when I get it in.
she's like me, you work from home, right?
Hmm.
And two of your other kids, you have only half time, right?
Yeah, yes. So they're gone on the weekends. They're with their dad on the weekends, but
Okay.
still 5 days a week.
Yeah, that's pretty a lot.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself? Like, do you think you can keep it up or
Yes, I'm gonna keep it up for sure. I'm gonna keep going. I love the results I'm seeing so far. I've lost 19 pounds. I feel great. I actually have sustained energy throughout the day. It's changed my life in only 42 days. It's amazing.
do you feel like you're any of like PMS symptoms or any hormonal changes?
Yes. Yes.
Because you've
Yeah,
had
I'm
your
not
period
as
now.
angry.
You're not as hangry.
Yeah, my moods are way more stable, and my husband can tell you that too. Yeah, I'm totally noticing changes already. It's wonderful.
That's awesome. So I know you like to exercise. Tell us a little bit about your exercise routine and has it changed?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I've been lifting. I started back up at the gym. I want to say 4 months ago, and I've been working with a trainer, so that's been really, really good. I've been lifting. I've been doing. I don't really like cardio. I've just been doing a little bit of cardio because it's when I do too much, it's not good for my adrenals. So just like a little bit of cardio to warm up, and then I end with a lift and the sauna, and I feel like both things really have been wonderful for me.
So you focus a lot on like deadlifts and squats and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I know you like
Uh,
the butt the butt building.
Yeah. Yep.
So and then how are you tracking like your progress? Like are you doing this just the scale or are you doing measurements or clothes or how do you know that's working?
Yeah. The scale, and I never liked the scale before because I would just get on every day and obsess. Um, but I am weighing myself once every couple weeks. My clothes are way loose on me, so that's nice. And then I've just been keeping a journal to track like the improvements I'm seeing, so I know when it happened.
That's good. I mean, so many people don't, they only focus on the scale, and you really, because you have, especially as a woman, you have all these days of the month where you're
Mhm.
going to be bloated or constipated or
Oh
something.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's not good to, you need to take measurements. Of course, clothes are measurements.
Yeah.
So we know when our clothes, you have this pair of clothes that wouldn't fit you before, and now they do.
Mhm.
Now they're loose.
Yep. All my small clothes are now fitting me, and the clothes I bought 5 months ago, I have to donate, which is great. I'm excited about it, but I don't
Yeah.
want to buy the clothes.
And then, so what about a lot of people say about 2 pounds of meat. Would you say
Mhm.
that's about the same for you, or
Oh
maybe
yeah,
more or
yeah,
less, or?
probably around 2 pounds every day. Yeah.
And are you worrying about macros or anything, or?
No, no, not at the beginning. I mean, maybe eventually if things shift, but I just wanted to make it doable, so I just eat till I'm satiated.
Great. And what about, some people worry about like grass fed, grass finished, all that. What are you thinking about that?
I do some grass fed and I do some grain fed, and it's really just about budget. And this is the best I can do right now, and that's fine.
And I think that's important. I mean, if people let that be a barrier, then they may never
Mhm.
get started. And I mean,
Exactly.
I know you're probably like me, you love the farmer's market, you love all that stuff, but sometimes, you can't get one steak and then the whole week you're starving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or, sometimes grass-fed beef is really, really tough, and so
Mhm.
it's like not good, and you spent 30 or 40 bucks and you're like,
Yep.
this sucks. So
Yep.
to, you have to find a source. I like to get ground beef. It's pretty safe when you
It's
get,
cheap.
yeah.
It's doable. It's easy to cook.
So do you think you're gonna tell other people about doing the carnivore diet?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've already been talking about it with my friends online, and I've actually inspired a couple people to start. So I'm happy about that. It's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep living it.
That's great. And you have any advice for like moms who may feel like they can't get started?
Yes, food prep. Food prep is huge. So Sundays I'll prep some things, but otherwise, if I don't have time to prep, I've just been doing a lot of like all beef hot dogs because they're super easy and the kids like them too. So I just get 2 packs and then that's our dinner. I've been really just trying to feed us the same stuff. And I mean, I do give them some veggies and fruit and whatever, but yeah, just easy. Like, don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be overthought.
Yeah, I mean,
Just grab and go. We hot dogs, hamburgers cook super quick. So I mean, you do have to make the time, but it's worth it. It really is.
yeah, especially if you have a lot of autoimmune symptoms, and
Yeah.
sometimes they can be debilitating. Now, is there anything specific for lupus that you would, like somebody who has lupus, maybe they're thinking about doing this, but maybe they've been told don't eat a lot of meat or something by their
Yeah.
doctor?
Well, I mean, I can attest that it's changed my life already. Just the pain that people with lupus experience. I mean, I haven't had pain in a month. That's just it's just crazy for me. So, I mean, don't hesitate. Doctors aren't always right, so go for it.
Is there anything, I forgot. Oh, is there anything about lupus, like that you would, anything specific about lupus that you would apply to the carnivore diet? Like, or you would change, or anything you've been told in the past that doesn't go along with what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been to doctors that have told me to eat plant-based, and so I did. It just made everything worse. So, I mean, carnivore is the way to go. It's wonderful. I mean, it's just so much less stress on your system. You're not taking forever to break down those plants.
Yeah, it's just like roughage.
Hmm.
And I think like we're so bought into this plant-based thing that it's really hard to break out of it. I mean, I was
Yeah.
also like vegetarian, pescatarian-ish when I got really sick. And it was really hard for me to stop thinking that grains and
Exactly.
beans and legumes and all the plants. I mean,
Right.
even when I was keto, I was eating tons and tons of broccoli and cauliflower, and I was having
Mhm.
horrible digestive problems still.
Yep.
So
Yep. Absolutely. Same. I mean, these are things we've been taught since elementary. So
yeah,
they're engraved into our brains, and it's very hard to break out of that thought
even
process for
with
sure.
my kid is like watching Coco Melon. I'm like, don't watch that.
I know.
Stop.
I literally think the same thing. Oh, that's funny.
Stop brainwashing him. And now he
I
like
know.
kind of picks his own. If he has a phone, he's like picking his own videos. I'm like, what are you watching?
But kids are smart too. Like my kids don't like broccoli, and I feel like they'd rather eat the steak, and that's fine. That
I
is
mean,
totally fine.
absolutely. His favorite food is the eggs and
Mhm.
butter and then the steak or hamburger. I mean, that's pretty much what we have every single almost every single meal. So he loves.
Yeah,
And then, if I make, I mean, I don't restrict him from eating vegetables or fruit or anything, but
yeah,
he
exactly.
loves like blueberries and raspberries and all that
Right.
stuff. But I
Perfect.
don't, um, but I don't make vegetables every day unless like I made them for my husband or he wants them, but he doesn't care either way. Like as long as he gets full of
Right.
meat and eggs, he's cool.
Exactly.
And if
Yeah.
he eats some broccoli or whatever, I feel like he's getting like vitamin C and all that stuff from the berries, and
Oh yeah.
he's obsessed with berries.
Yeah.
You
That's
need like
good.
$1 million just to buy the berries.
Oh my gosh, I know. I spend so much money on berries for like 4 kids. It's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
like a majority of the grocery budget gone. Bye bye. See you later. Berries.
I'm like, don't you like bananas or
I know.
something cheaper like
I
that?
know.
But well, any like final thoughts on, keeping it carnivore for moms, autoimmune, anything?
I would just say just go for it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. I mean, if you feel like crap, just make the change. It's totally worth it, and reach out to someone who does carnivore for help and support.
I know you had a couple of days where it was hard at the beginning,
Yeah.
like keto flu. How did you get through that part?
Yeah. Time, grace, loads of electrolytes. I I spent a lot of time in the sauna to try to speed it up, and it made it worse, but it
Oh,
did speed it up. But oh my gosh, yeah, week 2.5 ish, I stopped liking the taste of beef. And I was like, this is gross. I can't eat beef anymore. I can't do this. Um, but I realized that was just part of the detox process, and I kept pushing through, and now I get so excited to eat my steak and my hamburger.
oh,
So
good.
yeah, it's very, very hard at first, and I won't sugarcoat that, but you get through it, and you come out the other side feeling like $1 million. So it's just so worth it.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Eliza. I'll put your link to your Instagram down below in the show notes, and we really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Everybody go
Thank you,
follow her
Karen.
Wholesome Foodie on Instagram. We'll see you soon. Bye
Bye.
bye.